Hello everyone, Juicebags here, and welcome back to my little power test lab for Tekkit. And I wanted to discuss some updates that have recently come into Big Reactors. Now we're on Tekkit version 1.2.8e, which is the latest version. You have to either choose latest version or manually select that from the Technic launcher. Now last time I came into this map, I did a comparison on Atomic Science versus Big Reactors and showed that Atomic Science is completely blowing Big Reactors away. Now since then, there's been some updates to newer versions of Big Reactors, and Atomic Science is still going to have the edge for power generation. However, Big Reactors is putting out substantially more than it used to. We remember that Atomic Science was putting out... We need to get a freshie on the old resident energy cell here. That one was full. Let's see, we're putting out 10,000 there. It's because this side is full. Let me do the same thing over here. See, we're putting out 8,200 on that side. And 6,900, almost 7,000. So that's a little over 15,000 RF per tick being generated by this particular 4 turbine setup. This is actually 36 individual turbines running. We also know that we can put a lot more turbines in play with the amount of steam we're producing from that fusion reactor. And that's given us a little over 15,000 RF per tick. Now if we go back down to our Big Reactors test subject, where was it? Let's put some fresh resident energy cells on this side as well. And we see... What? Could it be? This one big reactor is putting out substantially more than it used to. In fact, it is putting out... It's dumping some of its stored power is the reason it's at 10,000. But it's putting out 15,740-ish RF per tick over the... That is multiplying by like almost 5 what it used to be putting out. So we're putting out substantially more power from the Big Reactors setups than we used to be. About 4 to 5 times as much. So that's going to allow you to extend your usage of Big Reactors a little bit farther before you get to the point where you need the massive power generation of Atomic Science. So I'll be going into quite a bit more with the new setup of Big Reactors on my Tekkit Season 3 series. But we've got some new items added in. As you saw, the interface is quite a bit different than it used to be. It's given us a nice little reactor control interface. We also have casing heat and core heat set up now. Casing heat, it says heat of the reactor's casing. High heat raises energy output and coolant conversion. Now on the core heat, heat of the reactor's fuel. High heat raises fuel usage. Core heat is transferred to the casing. Transfer rate is based on the design of the reactor's interior. So I'm going to play around with that a little bit. I know we've got some new items introduced that I talked about before, but they're actually in play, such as, well, we got turbine fluid ports. We've got reactor coolant ports, which weren't here before. I'm not exactly sure what kind of productivity you're going to be able to get out of a reactor that's maximized, but I do know that it is now changed with just the stock setup that we had before is producing ridiculously more power than it used to be. Now, with Big Reactors being one of the earlier game reactor setups, we're now going to be able to extend the usage of Big Reactors substantially longer. Now, I'm still going to put an Atomic Science reactor in my Tekkit series just because I really like the Atomic Science mod, and I think the reactors themselves look way cooler. You know, I like seeing these turbines spinning. And we also know that we can put substantially more turbines just with that setup. So thanks again for watching. I thought it was important to let everybody know Big Reactors has made some changes that has changed it so it's got big productivity now. So thanks again. There will be more in depth on Big Reactors on my next episode of Tekkit Season 3. Thanks for watching.